What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm going to go ahead and try to get the square body bed ready to come off the truck and hopefully at least slid back, because Andrew's coming tomorrow to finish the filler on the cab corner, and there's a couple bubbles and just rust spots around the back side of it between the bed, and if he's coming to do that, I'd like to fill those or fix them. I don't know how bad they are yet, and then paint it with the bed off. So I at least want to slide it back out of his way. But if you're seeing this video, that means we already finished the cab project, because I'm going to post them in order, obviously. Yeah, that's the plan for the day for this video. Let me show you the filler on the other. If you haven't seen the bed, it's bad, but let me show you the filler on the other side. So we have all this ready to go, welded in. This side's got the filler work done. It looks really good, except there's, I don't know if you can see, there's like those rust holes. And I'm hopefully you can just grind them down and fill them. That's what's going to happen either way. This thing's not perfect. So yeah, that's the plan with that. So I need to at least get this slid back. So that's the plan. That's why we're doing this. I'm jumping to this right now, and I didn't even finish that. Just making a big mess. So for you guys that have not seen any videos in the truck and how rusty it is, here's this horrible bed that's had a patch welded in back in like the 80s or 90s. It's completely falling apart. You can see his tack welds every like 6 inches, and then thick Bondo smeared right over the top of it. And it did not last that long. Gaping hole. You can't even walk back here. It's really, really, really horrible. It has this crumple mark from when it was rolled like 10 years ago. And the tailgate is actually sick. Totally perfect, well, perfect patina wise. It's not rotted. I'm gonna make a bench or something out of it, but you can't shut it because you got to push the bed sides together. Whatever. So that's got to come off. And I literally poked these holes in my fingernail the other day. Like I tapped it and it went through. Crazy. This side, even worse. This is the little Swiss cheese section, I like to call it. This is the panel. So yeah. That is the reason this bed is coming off. Hopefully you'll all agree with me that there is no saving that. You can't throw bed sides on that. But I'm done talking. Savannah's gonna come out and give me a hand. She's gonna pull the tail lights. I'm gonna pull the tailgate and the toolbox out. And the toolbox is also my fuel tank. It's got 2 forklift tanks in it because this is propane converted. So it's not just gonna be 2 bolts. I actually gotta unhook some stuff. There's a fuel line running through the front of the bed. I gotta get all that unhooked. And then I'll show you, I think I can just run my Sawzall blade through the bed bolts because of look how funny this is. Can you see it there? That is the bed bolt. I don't think it's even to anything. So I can probably stick my Sawzall in and just cut it. It's the same on pretty much all of them. And if not, I'll just literally notch it with a grinder, and I'm not dealing with it. So that's the plan. We're gonna get after it, see what we can get done on this thing today. But there's your last look of this terribly rotted junky bed on here. By the way, I left out that I also already have a new bed for this, in this paint color and everything. If you didn't see that video of me bringing home that Dodge truck that I bought with the Chevy square body bed on it, obviously if you didn't figure it out, the reason I went and bought that truck is because it had a crimson red square body Chevy bed on it. So, and it has no rust. It's a super nice bed. So that is pretty much the plan, is take this bed off, paint the frame nice, put that bed on. I'm good to go. I don't even have to worry about painting it, which I mean, trust me, I know I got super lucky. So it's not a perfect Texas bed, but it is a very, very close to rust-free bed. So no visible rust at least. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna quit talking, get the camera set up, and we are gonna start taking this thing apart.
What's up?
Alright, first we gotta clean the garbage out of here to make it as light as possible. There's a lot more in there than I thought. Fuel. Alright, so there's like 2 loose bolts holding that in, so this should come right out now. Hopefully. Whoops. Wow, that has been on there for years. Oh, the fuel line. We forgot the fuel line. Oh, alright. Probably the size wrench that's in here too. So kind of a sweet design by the original owner of this. You just put this Y splitter on here for the two hoses. And then it looks like if I take this off, boom. Well, this needs replaced because it leaks. But yeah, then there's a single fuel hose that run right through there. So I should be able to just like that. Sweet. This is still kind of heavy. Now the bed has like no support. Alright, I got her on taillight duty. These I think are a lot newer. So definitely holding on to those ones. And then I'm gonna crawl underneath, make sure we don't have any wires sticking through, but jeez. So we got the taillights out and all the wiring under there, so that we can lift the bed off. Last thing is the tailgate. That should be it. And I don't know how to take this off, but I think, judging by that, oh, that's easy. That was way too easy. Okay, well hopefully that doesn't fall on my foot. Sweet, that's incredible. Watch your feet. Incredibly easy. Just like the newer trucks. I guess this is where they got it from. Okay, we're good. This side is surprisingly still very solid. I don't know why, but this side, I could just push off the truck. Oh my gosh. Well, structural integrity is gone. So my idea is kind of working. You can see there's no metal. It's just a stick of a bolt that's to the frame. So I got a Diablo blade on there. We're cutting them off. And there's some jobs that safety squints do not cover, so wear safety glasses. Not a one-handed process. Let me see if that one's spinning. Nothing. There's nothing left of it. So after that 2 hours of horribleness, the two bolts back here came out with Sawzall in like 5 minutes, and these spun around when I tried to loosen them because they're actually, the bed rails are fine. So after cutting or grinding or sawzawing, the 10 things that I did to get those 4 out were horrible. But now does that, so we should be fine. So we're gonna maybe try to move it. I don't know. We're gonna try something. So as you can see, she's super strong, and we were able to set that up on the bumper. So I'm gonna try to manhandle this side of the bumper and then pull the whole bed back by myself, because that would be really sick if I could. Or it's gonna fall and take off my hand. Oh, it's gonna fall. So I had my friends come over and we went ahead and got the bed off. So now it's over there chilling in the yard. I'm gonna scrap that because it's completely garbage, like I told you guys. But also I'm going to take the gas tank down. I'm gonna hold on to it just in case I decide to ever make this thing gas again, which I have a feeling I will. But other than that, the frame is in really good shape. It's obviously covered in mud. I'm gonna pressure wash that off and wire wheel it and get it painted black, looking really good while the bed's off, before we just throw the other one on there. But it is in such good shape. There's actually, wherever there's no mud, it's still black under there. So I'm very, very pleasantly surprised. A little section back there needs some work, but yeah, it looks awesome. Super good shape. As I was thinking about it, I really don't want to get all this loose rust and mud. There's a ton of it. A lot of it's rust, some of it's mud from the Badlands trip. But like all these where the bed bolts were really rusty. I don't want that in my yard, obviously. So before we pressure wash or do any of that stuff or wire wheeling, I'm just gonna get the little vacuum and go ahead and try to just, it sounds dumb, but vacuum this off just so I don't ruin my driveway and grass, even though I already kind of did. But it's less to clean up. Why make more of a mess? So off camera, I'm gonna do that and get it a little cleaned up, all this loose stuff off. And then later on, it'll be pressure washing and paint. This thing is gonna look super good painted. I'm just so stoked how good of condition the frame's in. It doesn't look that good from here, but we got thick steel all the way. And look at the paint on the cab mount. For being an Illinois truck, I mean, you can tell it's rotted everywhere, but the frame's good, that's all that matters. Well, it's the next night, and I'm already losing daylight and do not have much time left, but my next mission is I want to get the fuel tank out of this thing. So that's one of the missions, and the second mission is I decided, it's pretty sick. I don't even know what this bumper's off of, but I love this bumper on here. And someone used huge, like, bridge angle iron here and bolted a hitch from like a 99 to 06, like a cat eye. 3500 because it's a 2.5 inch or 3 inch receiver, whatever. A huge hitch receiver from a newer truck is bolted up to the angle iron and then bolted through the frame. So it's just 4 bolts, and I decided I'm going to use I'm skipping right to the breaker bar tonight. One just broke loose with the ratchet, but I'm just going to try to bust those 4 bolts off, and I should be able to take the hitch, bumper. It's going to be heavy now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to take this whole assembly off the truck, so that I can paint between here and here and paint all this up nice and just get in there better. Honestly, it's 4 bolts, so it should be easy. I like that, as long as they all come off, because I like that it's all kind of one unit right there. It's all tied together, so whatever, should be easy. I'm gonna try to do that, and if it's not dark yet, I'm gonna try to get this down, and then tomorrow we can hit it and get it on the frame, which, by the way, I did spray off just with the garden hose. I didn't even use the pressure washer. I just used the pressure setting on the hose, and it was really muddy from the Badlands. And now you can tell the mud made it look a lot nicer than it is. We still have some spots that just have black paint on them. And the frame will clean up good. Here's where I spent 30 seconds with a wire wheel, and it's smooth as can be. So all this flake will come off, and this will be looking super, super nice. Super thick, not routed through anywhere. Really cool. Well, there's that corner that I probably won't fix. But I'll show you that later. First, let's just knock these out. It's literally getting dark right now, so I gotta get to work. All right, so this one broke loose with just a 1/2 inch ratchet. This one's tight, and I really don't feel like hurting myself tonight, so let's just break them all loose. Oh yeah, dude, this is gonna be easy. I did spray them with TV Blaster a couple days ago, so maybe that did something. What do we got here? 2 more? I got all the tail lights in there. Tail light electrical. Is that right? This is loud. Too easy, boys. Too easy. These old trucks, when you use good hardware, they're cooperating. Throw the ratchet on and go ahead and knock this out. Yeah, I know I don't have a good 1/2 inch impact, or else I would have been done like really quick, but I can't afford that. Alright, I don't know how heavy this is. It looks really heavy, but let's see if I can wrestle it off without hurting myself. I think if I take these 2 end bolts, hit them out, and then it should drop down, and then maybe sit, I don't know. Let's just try it. Shouldn't have took my boots off. This is probably going to be so heavy, oh my god. Why am I going to do this? There's no movement still. Oh god, okay. I should just kick it and let it fall. I should put gloves on, hold on. Alright, now I won't hurt myself as bad. I don't see any more bolts. I see 2 pieces of angle iron with 2-3 bolts through the frame. I don't know about it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's a tight fit on the frame rails is what it is. There you go. That's so heavy. heavy. Oh my god. It's gonna be so I got it. Holy crap. Wow. Alright, wow. So believe it or not, those bolts came out. I can actually reuse them. It's the first time this happened on this thing. But yeah, now we're working with all this room, and I can paint in here, get between them, which kind of worries me because that was such a tight fit, but I can hammer them back on with a rubber mallet, the whole bumper. But yeah, I feel like it's better. I'm happier that the fact that it came off in like 2 minutes made me happy, but the fact that I took it off, now I can actually paint everything. It won't bother me. My OCD is like dangerously bad. Like it really bugs me when I don't do things like that. You guys probably don't care. So only problems with the frame. We have this. You zoom in for you there. We have this little disaster here, which I can't even bend this. It's still super strong. And this is the hole for the bed bolt, which this bed we're putting on actually has a complete rail here. It's not rotted out like the old bed. And then we have this side, which is starting to go. But again, this side is not horrible. You see it gets thin on the edge there. This side, yeah, it's pretty thin, but it's still strong, and there's still a hole. So I just don't know if I want to take the time out of my day to cut a square out of this and weld it in and then drill the hole and risk it lining up right and taking the, I mean, to do it right, this is going to take me like 2 hours to fix, which is what I have at a night after work, where I could just start wire wheeling and painting and putting the truck back together. When, I mean, it's still plenty strong, and there's 7 other bolts that are, this won't move, it's gonna work, but there's still 7 other bolts that are gonna hold it on. So between me and you guys, if you don't tell anybody, I don't think I'm gonna fix that. I'm not lazy, I don't know, I want this done. And here, obviously, between the steel, this is probably the worst rot I've seen on the frame. Yeah, this is the worst rot anywhere on this frame. Like still no holes, nothing crazy. Yeah, I think we're gonna leave that, and we're gonna start. It's already dark, obviously, so I'll take that tank down tomorrow after work. This thing looks like a full-blown wheeling rig with no rear bumper. It just needs just bobbed. But I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll get that out of there. We'll paint that, or not paint it, we'll wire wheel this, get ready to paint it, and keep going on this thing. Alright guys, it's the next day. I had to work late, so let's see what we can get done before it gets dark yet again. But I'm going to start by pulling this gas tank out. I think on the single tanks, they're actually bigger. This wasn't a dual tank truck. So I have 4 bolts here, and then 4 bolts further up there. I can show you from the other side. I just sprayed them PB Blaster, so hopefully they come out. These 4 are easy to get to, and then I didn't realize there was 4 more, but they're okay to get to right there. And we can get that not huge, but that big tank out of our way so that we can clean up this part of the frame on the other side and make it look like a frame off restoration, because at this point all that's left is a cab and a radiator, and I basically could have done a frame off. So yeah, at least let's make it look good. So I'm gonna start on that now. I don't even know what size those bolts are, and yeah, let's get it out of there. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that this gas tank's basically empty, or the guy ran it till it was almost out of gas and then did the propane conversion. But for all I know, it could be full. So I threw the jack under it because I'm alone right now, and I got the front bolts out already. I'm gonna buzz the back bolts out and see what happens. Believe it or not, I'm actually gonna use an impact for once. It smells like old gas, which makes me think it's got some old gas in it. Right out. Pulling on the hoses. We gotta take some hoses off. All the fuel hoses came off. I didn't even have to cut them, so we're off to a good start today. Yep, there's still gas in it. But not much, I don't think. No, not too much. Clean that, so we're going custom, no tank. Went ahead and got both shocks pulled off. I'm gonna see if I can find these because this guy's getting a little thin. These are not doing the whole shock thing where they like move back up. You know, they're one job. Those are shot. So probably have to get a set of those. What else was I gonna tell you? Gas tank. Am I forgetting things? Both shocks are off. Yeah, okay. Well, I think I pretty much stripped the frame of everything that's in my way. Except I'll take these off of here and I'm just gonna pull that wire out. But I'm gonna go at this with the grinder for a little bit just to see how easy it's gonna be to clean up or if it's gonna take me a long time to smooth it out. I wanna hit it. It's been kind of sitting here, so yeah, I wanna do something with that. And yeah, oh, here, I got these cleaned out also. They were packed with mud to here, and found the drain hole and then found all the other holes in it. There's actually one right here, so you can buy these. I'm gonna have to order a set of those, and so I'm not even gonna bother cleaning them up because I'll need new ones. They're both shot, and that is holding the axle on the truck, so those have to be dealt with. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna clean this thing up for a little bit and see how easy it's gonna be to make it look good. So obviously it would start raining when I start doing this so that my fresh metal just flash rusts, but hey, whatever. This is coming out amazing. I've never used one of these, and I chose it over the wire wheel just to try it first, and it is just taking this, it's cleaning up so good. It's quick. It's so quick, or it's so clean that I'm gonna have to use primer because it's taking it to bare metal. But yeah, this is like totally smooth. Here's the before and after right here. Just scaly, loose, old paint. He used to definitely paint this frame with just Rust-Oleum every summer, one of those type of truck builds. Cough, cough. But yeah, it's all coming off. Cleaning up really good. I'm excited. The raindrops make it look rougher, but it's really smooth. I'm gonna keep going on this side, get this thing cleaned up so we can get it painted. I'll just kind of combat the rain, but obviously I'll probably have to wire wheel it again because it's flash rusting, but hey, whatever, we gotta clean it up. So I went ahead and saved you guys from watching me do this unbearable project that took 2 days of cleaning this frame. Got it very, very nice. These, yeah, can confirm these are gonna have to come off and I'm gonna put new ones on, so I'm gonna paint literally around it. And at a later date, I'll be changing those out, but not right now. So we're really clean everywhere. I'm clean enough. I got the air hose to blow all that out of there. But yeah, came out really nice. And we're getting ready to paint. So I decided I need to do the axle first, or I need to clean that too and paint that while I do the rest because this brake line, got you upside down. This brake line is out of here. The brake lines are off the axle because all of those need replaced. There's a huge leak right here, which I'm glad I found. And those are all shot and I need a brake hose anyway. So I just literally took everything off up until like right there, if you can see it, right there. So all the brake lines are off the axle. I'm gonna go ahead, clean that up too, and we'll paint everything at once. But that being said, this exhaust, this hacked up, janky, horrible exhaust is in my way, and that's a good enough excuse for me to run straight pipes. For now, we're gonna be doing exhaust work on this, but this is just a mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and hack it off right here after these hangers. Not like the other ones are doing anything, and then I can get to the top of the axle a lot easier. I can paint the inside of the frame. I can sit in here. It'll just be all around a lot easier. And America. So I got the bandsaw. I'm gonna cut these off, and we're gonna mix up some paint and get this thing done. All right. Turns out that was more of a sawzall job. Wow. Okay. And now we are running hater pipes. I really want to start this thing up. That's going to sound nasty, I hope. I want to leave it straight pipes, but run them out the back. But all right, I'm going to clean up that axle, save you guys the time from watching me do that, and then we're going to get painting because we got to get this done. Well, I think we are fully finished painting the frame here. Both of us worked very hard on it, and it looks awesome. And then we had to do, I had to do a startup of the truck. I haven't heard it in like a month, and we got the straight pipes, and it sounds so much better. It sounds absolutely sick. So definitely gonna keep straight pipes, just run them out the back. But it's just funny. All I want to do is go drive this through town the way it looks. But the frame came out awesome. A couple more things to do, and then we'll get ready to put the new bed on here. I still got to go take it off the other truck, but yeah, it's coming out super, super good. Sorry. Well, guys, it's been a decent amount of time since I filmed that last part of the video, and I did a lot off camera. The cab, I'm not going to show you, but the cab's basically done. New brake lines are all in here, looking really great. I got those from Inline Tube, all pre-bent. I didn't do stainless, I just did regular steel. New ones on the axle. Those are bled. We have the Rough Country 6-inch lift hose back here, the stainless braided hose, because that was a stock hose and it was like super tight just sitting still. So that's done. Shock mounts I got were wrong. These are too big, the shocks won't fit over them, they're blown out anyways. So I'm just gonna have to pull those off for right now. What else did we have done? The paint is fully cured. And this is our temporary fuel setup to drive the truck up to where the bed is. The bed is at a different, where that white Dodge is, it's parked somewhere else. It's not at my house, so we have to drive the truck like a couple miles. It's not that far, it's back roads. I'll zip tie the taillights up and it'll be fine. The bumper I did not finish painting yet, but yeah, so here's our temporary fuel system. I did do all new fuel line. I had these all custom done because these were leaking super bad. In the Badlands video, you can see we were joking about how big of an explosion it would be if this got on fire. So that's fixed, that's dealt with. The paint is fully cured, looks really good. I don't even think I told you guys what I used. A lot of people use like really expensive, I paint from Eastwood, which I'm sure works really good. I use POR15 on the blue truck over there, that frame, and it's holding up fine, but I tried my little special concoction I made on this one, and I think this is what I'm gonna use forever. It is, I don't even know where all the stuff went, but it's Rust-Oleum farm and implement paint, just black. And then I added, it was 6 to 6, or 6 to 1 to 6, I don't know the ratio, I'll have to find it. I don't remember, but I put hardener in it, and then I thinned it a little bit. So the brush strokes, the thinner made the brush strokes kind of go away, and it's already super thin, but there's like no brush strokes in it at all. And the hardener, I can't scratch it. Like I tried to scratch it just with my fingernail. I didn't like put a screwdriver on it or anything, but it like won't scratch. It hardened really good. Which you gotta think tractor paint is already hard, and then you put a hardener in it and it's like powder coat in a can is what I'm calling it. It worked really good. Obviously I didn't paint the whole frame yet. I'm not supposed to show you the truck, it's in a different video. I'm gonna paint the rest of the frame later on, but we're good enough to put the bed on it. So I think I got everything basically done, and you tie up the taillights, do that stuff, and then we're gonna drive this thing up and get the bed on it today and see a complete truck again. I'm pretty pumped. So yeah, I think we're fully updated here. I took a couple days to finish the cab, so I don't really remember what we were talking about, but it's painted. Temporary fuel cell looks like a straight up rock bouncer, which is freaking sick. Never mind, I think at this point you guys have already seen the cabs back together in different videos, so I will show you. It looks like a complete rock bouncer. Is that not one of the sickest things you've ever seen? The fuel cell propane tank strapped to the frame. Hopefully that doesn't go anywhere. That's as tight as I could get it. Yeah, okay, that's it. I'm gonna get this stuff finished up off camera. There's not that much. I just gotta zip tie some stuff, and then we're gonna drive it up and try to put the bed on it today. And then hopefully it goes well. So see you guys in a little bit when we do that. All right, guys, time to go ahead and swap the bed off of the 72 Dodge here, which is actually the bed for that truck anyways, onto this truck for the first time. So I'm gonna fire it up and pull it up over here, and I don't have anyone here to record right now, and it's gonna take like 4 of us to get this thing off and moved over, so you won't see that, but got all the bolts out of it. It's not too heavy. I'm pumped to see this thing, guys. So all right, I'll talk to you in a second. Holy cow, and just like that we got a bed on this thing. And the Dodge, we got to look into that. That is just weird. But big shout out to my friends that helped me with this. Oh, that was heavy. Got a lot of buffing to do. Got to get that dent beat out, but this thing's looking awesome. It just needs pressure washed, honestly. I'm gonna pull it up on the blacktop, and I don't know, we're gonna go from there. All right, boys. Well, the bed is on, and this video is starting to get pretty long. So I decided I still have a decent amount of work to do. The bed needs bolted, lights all need like rewired. I got a bunch of stuff left to do before the truck's done completely. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make one more video doing all the finishing touches. So hopefully you'll wanna come back and watch that, but at least the bed is on and the truck's looking awesome. It's 100% 3 different colors. This does not match as good as I thought it was at all. I saw the reddish orange and I'm like, oh, it'll match perfect. I don't know. So we're gonna have to hit that in the next video. We're gonna have to hit that with the buffer and pressure wash it, buff it, and see if we can make it at least kind of match, because this looks stupid. I mean, it's like 3 different colors, so whatever. Next video, we'll do all the finishing touches. We will we'll wash the truck, and then we'll buff it and see if we can make it kind of match all one color. Get all the lights, everything put back together, and then like fully unveil this thing as all the rust repaired. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was a lot of work. Obviously, we did a ton, even down to the brakes, the brake line, which is all good. The frame looks really good with this rusty bed on it. Like, it really accentuates how nice that is. So yeah, hopefully you'll come back to the next video. If you like this one, please consider liking and subscribing, and turn on the notifications thing so you know when I post the next one, because it'll be pretty quick here. So I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Peace.